why a brand new car is missing features that my 2013 Kia Optima has.
Where's my button?
Dude, my freaking car, it is broke.
Millions of Americans are returning their brand new cars. Could they have fallen right into a trap? Before we figure out this whole trick, hit like and subscribe now. Let's go.
As a young buck in the year 2026, hell, even older people still want brand new vehicles. It's no surprise most people want to be driving a brand new car. Now, does anybody want to explain to me why a brand new car is missing features that my 2013 Kia Optima has? As some of y'all may know, I've been car shopping for like what, about a year now? Yes, I still haven't bought a car because Papa's indecisive. But one of the things that I unfortunately learned in my car shopping endeavors is that a lot of these new cars don't even have good features inside of them. My 2013 Kia Optima, 13-year-old car, has a button that folds the mirrors, luxury, has heated and ventilated leather seats, luxury, and a little cherry on top. It has a nice heated leather steering wheel to keep Papa's gummies nice and warm during the New York City winter. You look at these new cars, $30,000, $40,000 cars. They don't have these features. They don't have heated steering wheels, heated seats. If you expect us to drop the equivalent of a down payment on a house, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $50,000 being the average new car price in 2026, by the way, you better include some $50,000 features. Don't make us, okay, $50,000 gets you the base model, but $60,000 gets you a heated steering wheel. You.
Quite frankly, I don't want to be doing this while I'm driving. Like, where's my buttons? No, you gotta go in a screen and hope you don't veer off the road. Everything's a touch screen, a button. I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of it. And then you got these stupid ass shifters. Like, what? This is where the wiper's supposed to go. This is not for a shifter. And then, where's the start button? Not here on a Volkswagen where it usually is. Not here like a normal car. Hidden. Hidden. Why?
I mean, you can load up a 2025 Chevy Trailblazer with all the latest tech. But what does any of that matter if the car just leaves you completely confused when something goes wrong? The system shuts off cruise control because of a bad sensor, but it can't even tell the driver why. That's not smart engineering. That's just annoying.
Hold up. Dude, look at this. Look at this. Is the car on fire? Alex. Ooh, look at a lot of smoke. Pop it. I like that. Oh, we're just let it. I don't know. Are you serious? Should I call 911?
A new Range Rover can easily set you back $150,000 to over $200,000. Yet, engine fires are a cold, hard reality you can't just brush off. When buyers drop that kind of cash, they aren't just paying for luxury. They're paying for rock-solid engineering and total peace of mind. Whether it's a fuel leak, a cooling system failure, or electrical shorts, an engine catching fire points straight to a massive quality control problem at Land Rover that simply doesn't match the price tag.
Oh my god, stop. What the? Yo! Do it one more time? Do it one more. Ah! Stop. Whoa.
At least modern BMWs are consistent. They reliably make sure your unexpected issues happen strictly on schedule.
I really shouldn't be too surprised by this, but it's one of those things I gotta ask. So I drive a 2025 Chevy Trailblazer, not by choice. I would never ever recommend getting one of these cars. It sucks, it's a piece of shit, and I just don't like newer cars. There's just way too much tech into them and just more problems to happen. Anyways, had an engine light come on the other day, stayed on all day, then eventually went off. I was like, okay. And then came on yesterday, had cruise control on, and then it turned the cruise control off on its own, like, what the hell? And it was off today, took it in, It ended up being, it's a speed sensor that's going bad in it. And so I'll take it to the dealership next week and get that fixed. But my thing is, with all the tech that's in these cars now, you would think when an engine light comes on, it would tell you right on the dashboard, self-diagnostic, hey, here's what's going on. Here's the issue. This is why your engine light is on. But no, you still got to take it in for them to check it and all that shit. Maybe they have that option in the like other cars, maybe more expensive cars. I'm not sure, but I don't know why you couldn't just do that in something like this. Just, you know, put on the screen why the engine light's on. But anyways, yeah, that'll be fun to get fixed.
Bro, I swear I cannot make this up. Bro, I just bought the car today, fool. Like, I can't make this shit up, bro. I cannot win from fucking losing. I don't give a what I do. Like, that's crazy.
One glance at the steering wheel tells you everything. That Mercedes has long passed its prime, and she's the one stuck holding the bag for years of delayed maintenance and inevitable mechanical meltdowns.
I dropped my Z06 off at the shop last week to get the fuel injectors replaced. I picked it up a couple days ago, and I already have the engine completely torn apart because I have to redo everything that I already paid the shop to do. I've got the supercharger pulled off, the fuel lines, the fuel rails, the fuel injectors, everything is out. Let me show you why. So for starters, these are the high pressure fuel lines. These things see over 3,000 PSI of fuel pressure, and they're a one-time use. You cannot reuse these. I have read that some people reuse these lines and they never have an issue. However, that's not the case for me. I had an issue. Probably the day after I got the car home, I came into the garage and it reeked of fuel, bad. Popped the hood on the vent, fuel just smelled like gas so bad, so I panicked. I'm like, where the hell is this coming from? Checked everywhere, under the supercharger, right where those lines go that you're not supposed to reuse. So being that there's an active fuel leak happening on my car inside of my garage of my house, immediately pulled the supercharger off, fuel everywhere inside of the valve cover. I gotta replace the lines. I'm just gonna do it, not gonna cry about it. But I thought, I might as well pull the fuel injectors out. Let me show you guys what it looked like when I pulled the injectors out of the holes. Are you serious? You're installing injectors with the ports looking like this? Look at that. You can see the sand and the dirt falling inside of the injector holes. You didn't clean that up? You didn't bother to hit this with a shop vac or a paper towel? I can't even imagine how much dirt and sand fell into the cylinder. The coolest part about all of this, the injectors were brand new. This is how they looked coming out of the car. A couple of seals on a few of the injectors were already broken. There was sand all over them, so I had to just buy another brand new set of injectors. I had to buy those fuel lines, and I got to redo everything that they already did that I paid for. So, if you want things done right, do it yourself.
It's easy to understand the owner's frustration. The engine bay of a high-performance car like the C7 requires strict cleanliness standards and precise assembly procedures. Even a few grains of sand in the cylinder or a pinched injector seal directly impacts engine life and performance. Deciding to redo the whole process yourself costs extra time and money, but at least it gives you total peace of mind every time you step on the gas.
Hey, what's this oil pan made out of? Aluminum? No, we need to make that plastic. You guys like V8 engines? Good to know. We're gonna take this half-ton truck and cram a turboed 4-cylinder in it. It's gonna take a shit every 17,000 miles. No, oil pan needs to be plastic, valve covers need to be plastic. You guys ever do anything with plastic suspension pieces? Yeah, let's make that happen. Make the engine plastic. Rear view mirrors are too simple. We're gonna take this giant iPad and we're gonna put it where the rear view mirror would normally go, right? And every time you look at it wrong, it's gonna malfunction. We're gonna make the body plastic, the windows plastic, everything's gonna be plastic. Plastic drain plugs, plastic bolts, every goddamn thing's gotta be plastic. Why did you guys make this easy to work on? Okay, I love the thought process, but we're gonna scratch that. Plastic tires, plastic mirrors. You guys don't like the twin turboed 4-cylinders? What about 3 turbos?
Everything has two sides. Tech is great until it glitches, but keeping it simple means missing out on comfort. What are you driving, and how's the reliability holding up? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's talk.
I don't know if it's Honda, but y'all make y'all windshields so cheaply made. Like I had a 2007 Honda, and you know how many rocks hit my window, and the shit never cracked. But if it did, it never spurred it. This is a 2021, y'all. This shit started from that little ass crack right there, if I can see that. Now this shit spread it all over my window. Like Honda, y'all making these cars so motherfucking cheap. Y'all gotta do better, man.
Honestly, this isn't just a Honda issue. Models like the Toyota RAV4 and Ford F-150 have also seen plenty of complaints on NHTSA about windshields cracking from the edges without any obvious impact. While the root cause is still debated, many owners believe the glass design or quality falls short, yet they're the ones stuck paying for replacements.
So now Ford and GM are saying they don't want us to work on their vehicles? Good. We don't want to work on their junk anyway. So if you haven't heard yet, the suits from GM and Ford went and met with President Trump last week, and they tried to get him to introduce a bill that prevents guys like me and you from working on their cars. Basically, they're wanting to restrict the Right to Repair Act because the software they're putting in their new cars is dangerous when it's in the hands of the public. But let me tell you what's really going on. You see, when Ford builds and sells a truck like this, they don't make very much off the sale of the truck. I mean, the dealership gets a piece of it, the salesman, a whole lot of people get a piece of the action, so Ford doesn't have much meat left on the bone. So what do? Well, they try to make it up with repairs in the dealership and by selling parts for their crappy car. And nobody likes going to the dealership to get their cars repaired anymore because they overcharge, they don't tell you the truth, and they upsell everything. But this way, they could force you to go to the dealership so they could get the money for the repairs. You see, it's no secret that vehicles Ford and GM have been making aren't as good as the ones that they used to make. And is this on purpose? I think so. I mean, what other reason would Ford have to put a plastic transmission pan on a nicely designed 10-speed transmission? The answer is simple. They're under-designing them in the factory and then making you pay for the repairs later on so they can make more money. And now what they're trying to do is restrict the information so you and me can't repair it, and you gotta take it to the dealership to get it fixed. And Ford's not alone in this either. GM is making crap too. I mean, their 8-speed transmissions paired up to the 6.2 liter, practically the worst powertrain you can buy right now. And even if you do take it to the dealership, they probably won't even have the parts to repair it right on site. You'll have to wait a few weeks, maybe even months. I've been trying to tell y'all these companies are doing this stuff, and now they're just being completely open about it. It's like they don't even care anymore. They're burning junkyards, building junk, and forcing you to go to them just so you could fix it. It's crazy. 20 years ago, we thought the future with vehicles was so bright and so cool, but now it's just depressing. And the only thing I know to do is just keep working and building these old vehicles, which I truly love to do. And that is what I'm going to concentrate on now. Like this dune buggy. I'm going to put a 200 horsepower Honda engine in it and make it the most baddest thing on the internet. Stay dirty and subscribe to see.
The cruel reality is we no longer truly own the cars we buy. 20 years ago, you fixed issues in your garage. Today, a tiny sensor failure forces you to pay dealership tribute because of locked software. Modern cars are fragile laptops on wheels, not reliable machines.
Hey Bronco, we are beefing right now. I'm pissed. How are you going to put metal skid plates, 50 pounds by the way, skid plates on here, and then you're gonna have a plastic oil pan with a plastic 2-thread drain plug that explodes? What the is this dumb ass shit? I want a bolt. I don't know what this is, but I don't want it. This is ridiculous. Made in America. They said it would be better because it's made in America. My Japanese shitbox, my BMWs would never. This is stupid. Oil everywhere. And now I gotta go buy a pound of cat litter because of this dumb shit. Girl, it exploded. That is ridiculous. It makes sense why nobody does their oil changes on new cars now because it's
Ford's drain plug works just like a champagne cork. Pop it once, and the whole shop celebrates in a flood of oil.
Well, first time in the snow with this bad boy. Maybe went a little too hard. That can't be good.
If there ain't one thing I did in my life that was financially smart to me, that was leasing my vehicles. That motherfucker right there is a gas guzzler and lost so much value. Now, I don't care if you jump in the comments talking about, oh, the miles. I don't give a about the miles. What is it, like 10 cents for every mile you go over? That does not matter to me. What matters is I can give this back without having to roll over negative equity or bring some money to the table just to close the deal. I don't want to do it. Now, what you gonna catch me in on the daily when I'm by myself without them kids? Exhibit A. Oh, Rusty Dusty? Boy, she's solid. We be riding too.
Most people fall into financial traps trying to look wealthy in a heavily financed car. They pay interest and gas, watching their car's value plummet daily. Take notes from this guy. Run a cheap old truck to keep cash. Lease modern tech to stay flexible. Utterly realistic strategy.
This is a part of a Jeep. That they don't talk about.
If you were thinking about buying a Bronco, here's why you shouldn't. Well, first things first, the amount of times that I've had water all over the place because my roof is leaking, it's a good enough reason to not want one. Because I paid $200 for them to check it out and they told me, oh, we didn't find a leak. Well, looks like there's water there to me. And then also, it leaks from up in the middle.
Hey guys, are you in the market looking to buy a new Ford Bronco? Well, guess what? This is your sign to not buy one. Why? You may think, your window may be cracked open. Nope, it's sure not. It's being blown out by the heavy ass wind. I've been listening to this shit for the past 3 hours. And guess what? I got 2 more hours left to go. Look at that. Let me roll it down. Let's roll it back up. Nope. Doesn't fix. I got it. The doors come up. It needs a little flexibility, right? Come on, it's 2026. Ford, let's get your shit together. Let's figure something out, okay?
And that's not even accounting for the unbearable road noise from those massive off-road tires, something buyers only realize after the ink on the deal is dry. Look, buy whatever you like. If you've got money to burn, go wild. But realistically, most people are just taking on bloated monthly loans for an overpriced rig that can't even handle a basic daily commute without breaking down and draining their bank account.
Turn it. Brother, this car only got 3,000 miles.
Well, I was just rolling up my window, but now I don't know. What the f***? Stay back from Mom's car. Go get in the grass or something. Because I asked you to. Now. Go that way.
Regret it.
Okay, you look at her, take pictures. Right now? I need to put your Tim tag on. Okay. I did forget that. Okay, no problem. But she has a bow. She's cute. She has a bow. I'm saying goodbye to my little baby. Saying goodbye. Saying goodbye. It was a cool 7 months, but I was over, so now it's time for it to go.
Unfortunately, this Audi gave me so much trouble, even for being a new car, and I think I'm just traumatized. I'm like, take it back. I need something different. I want something that's going to be reliable, but I also don't want like a basic ass car. I loved the Audi. I loved how I felt driving it. And so yeah, if you have a mid to full size SUV that you love and that you feel like has been reliable for you, please let me know what it is because we are going car shopping this weekend.
This hits way too close to home. Most of us work hard to finally buy that dream ride, only to find out daily ownership in the US is a whole different reality. No matter how incredible a car feels, the stress of worrying about a breakdown ruins the magic. When you test drive SUVs this weekend, prioritize peace of mind first, then premium comfort second.
Spent $48,000 on a car, and at 50,000 miles, my paint started peeling everywhere. Been dealing with Hyundai for a year, called corporate and everything, and the dealership, and nobody's helping me out here. We've gone round and round and round. Guys, what do I do? Help me out here.
I will never buy another Kia for this feature alone. I'm not even kidding you. It's so frustrating. I love my Kia. It's a Kia Sportage 2023. I genuinely have really loved this car, but there's one feature on here that I hate, and I will never buy another Kia because of it. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it gets somebody because it is so terrible. And that is the automatic braking feature, forward and backwards. First of all, when you're going backwards, it can't tell the difference. It's got all these cameras, right? It's supposed to be all fancy. It shows you like a Tesla view of your car. When you back up, those cameras are not good enough. It cannot tell between a shadow, a person, a piece of grass, a little raindrop on the camera. The cameras suck. So when you're backing up, it slams on the brakes, scaring you and any other driver that is driving the vehicle. If you're backing up and it detects somebody like 50 feet away, slams on the brakes. It's terrible, okay? Then when you're driving and you're going forward, it doesn't have the spatial awareness that it should have, and it slams on the brakes, and it sucks. First of all, I think it's going to cause more damage than it ever does good, okay? Also, I want to be able to dictate whether or not I want automatic features. I want to be driving my car, okay? I don't want Kia's help doing that, especially when your cameras suck. So there should be a way for me to turn this off. No, the only way that I can turn this off, if every single time I turn on my car and I want to drive, I have to click through all these little buttons and then disable it manually. No, I don't want this feature on. I will literally never buy another Kia because of this feature alone. If you work for Kia, please pass this along to management because this feature sucks. I will never buy another Kia because of it. Oh my God, that sounded so Karen. That was so Karen, but I'm being so serious. I'm so passionate about it because I genuinely feel like this feature is one of the worst features I've ever experienced. Nobody needs this. Nobody needs it, and especially not the way that it operates. Your cameras aren't good enough to detect what's a real threat and what's not. So just turn it off or allow people to turn it off. Thank you so much.
This issue easily warrants a complaint straight to NHTSA. Phantom braking triggered by rain or objects 15 meters away isn't a minor glitch. It's a massive safety hazard. The owner swearing off KIA entirely over such a terrifying, unfixable experience is 100% justified.
Yeah, that's gonna last a while, eh? Nah, that's what you pay $116,000 for. Wow, that's awesome. So that's going through your motor on your brand new Cummins. Good job, Dodge. Good job, EPA. So you're telling me to change the belt? You need to take the whole front of the tractor apart, slide the shaft back, just to change the serpentine belt? Wow, that's really smart. Is there any other year? Maybe don't put the hoist under the frame, because, actually, maybe don't even lift it off the ground. Maybe don't even wrench on it or touch it. Because, why paint it, right? These guys are just trading their trucks in every year, so, why give them something quality?
Sounds like he's just hypercritical of the design engineers, but that's literally the reality. Dismantling the entire front end just for a simple serpentine belt isn't bad luck. It's predatory engineering designed to suck $200 per hour in labor fees out of your wallet.
When your car dies, you have to jump this to open the frunk, to jump the battery, to power the door, to open the door. Crazy to me how we went from having door handles, keyholes, manual windows, manual lock, manual e-brake, manual transmission, manual four-wheel drive. This doesn't even have power windows. Those are manual windows. So now you don't have cars that don't even have door handles. This literally right here, this is not a door handle. This does not get you in the car. This does not open the car. This piece right here does not open the car. To open this door, you push this button. Like, did I need all that? Like, that's great. So there's no physical door handle. There's no physical latch on the outside. So if that little button gets frozen, breaks, whatever, you're not getting into your car. Same thing with the back door. Push button, popper. That's not going to break. And no physical way to get it from the outside. It turns out you got to go to the front of the car, push this in, take this out. So when your car dies, you have to jump this to open the frunk, to jump the battery, to power the door, to open the door. That might be a little over-engineered to me.
Imagine coming home from work in the freezing dead of a blizzard, only to find your battery dead and the door button frozen solid. Instead of just turning a manual key and stepping inside, you're forced to kneel in the snow, pry open a bumper cover, jumpstart a lead wire to pop the frunk, and then jump the main battery just to make a door button work. Automakers call this the future of technology. But to anyone stuck in that moment, it's nothing short of a total design disaster.
I do have one. And let me tell you, bro, it is the biggest piece of shit car I've ever owned. And I got the title to mine, unlike you probably, but where's my motor? Shit. It's not there. Let me go show it to you. Well, there's my old motor. This is the new motor that I just spent like $5,000 on. So, yeah, this car sucks.
All right, so some good news. Sap's towing. John is the tower. Got here way less than an hour, way less. So that's some good news. But it's the same situation. These damn trucks, you can't get them in neutral because if the truck's not running, and there's no override, like usually you have a little tab you can move to still be able to shift it. No, not on this. So, but he already knew about it. So they got to kind of put the back the bed under the wheels and then hook it up and drag it on to the bed. So that's what's going on right now. We've got to drag it on. Ah, it looks like he's got something different here. So if you put that under the tire, then it'll slide on that instead of just sliding on the ground. Okay. And that'll make it slide easier and I guess preserve a little bit of tire. Yeah. The last guy didn't have those. Okay, I get it. I've never seen it. Yeah, look at that. Much less resistance with that than rubber on asphalt. So that's Sap's towing, guys. 912-964-SAP. If you're in the Savannah or Fuller, Fort Wentworth area. This is the second time this truck has been on a flatbed. Luckily, it wasn't for anything like a crash or anything. And again, right around the corner from the house, Anita's already here. So I'm not gonna have to ride in the tow truck with the guy. The dealership is 10 minutes away and hopefully they have a truck for me because I need a truck.
The 2024 GMC taught us two major lessons. First, the more expensive the truck, the bigger the headache when it breaks down. Second, if you're gonna drive a brand new pickup, your wife better have a Mercedes on standby to pick you up. Tow truck didn't even get a chance to pull the GMC away before the Merc arrived to rescue the owner. Talk about a picture-perfect ending.
My car is on right now. I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to take my key out. And then I'm going to see if it's going to start again. And it shuts off. Ain't that some shit?
Dude, my freaking car, it is broke.
Worst financial mistake I've ever made, I'll be
honest with you guys is this car that I'm currently driving. And it's not the car itself. Like, I literally love this car. I can't imagine myself driving anything else. It's the fact that I have car payments, which is so stupid. It literally makes me sick thinking about it. I wish we would have just waited like a year and maybe saved up like $20,000 in cash and bought a used car, because purchasing a brand new car was so dumb. Not only did it lose value like the second we drove it off the lot, but now we're paying interest payments on top of that. And this car is already 2 years old. Like, it was only brand new for like 5 minutes, so might as well have bought a used car. But at least I learned that lesson in my early 20s so that I never do that again in my life.
That new car smell lasts a few months, but the auto loan sticks around for years. Many young adults pay a heavy price for a short-term thrill, only to regret rapid depreciation and high interest, realizing this lesson in your 20s is still a massive financial win.
It's one bad financial decision that you're gonna make in life.
Buying a BMW.
Why you say that?
Do not ever buy a BMW. That's the worst cars. It's gonna break down every time. My car's in lit mode. Like, so, yeah, don't buy a BMW.
Spending a lot of money on parts right now?
Yeah, it's very expensive.
What kind of BMW do we got?
I have an X6.
What made you get that car, actually?
My dream car is a GLE.
The Mercedes?
Yeah.
The one that looks like the X6 but Mercedes?
You gotta go small before you go big, you feel me?
The BMW is a small one before the Mercedes?
Yeah, I think the Benz is bigger, huh? Yeah, the Benz is bigger, so you get the X6 and then, you know what I'm saying, you boss up.
How long did the BMW last, though, before it started breaking down?
It lasted me like a year or two.
Feel like you got your money's worth out of it?
No.
Wait, so how you getting around right now? Just getting picked up or Uber?
No, we got a range.
Oh, okay.
We got a range.
What do we do for a living?
I play football.
Football? Yeah. Like, seriously, serious?
Yeah.
Okay. How long you been playing?
My whole life.
Yeah. Trying to make it to the NFL?
Yeah, hopefully.
How soon we gonna see you there?
Give me 3 years.
3 years?
3 years.
What they call you?
Irons. IRONS.
Ever since I've gotten this car in December, right? This is the 4th, 5th time I've been in the mechanic. Once I'm gonna fix this car and then I'm just gonna sell it. It's okay, the car's not worth it though. Boy, it's not worth it. Get yourself a Honda Civic. Get yourself a Honda Jazz. Get yourself, what's the other one? Polo, maybe, I don't know. Just don't get the BMW.
In the US, no car means no mobility, and a broken car means losing your job. Daily commuting 30 to 40 miles in an old BMW is a huge mistake. Stick to a Camry, Civic, or Accord. They'll easily hit hundreds of thousands of miles without missing a workday.
What car brand would you never own and why?
I would never own a Hyundai or Kia product, or basically anything KTM, because they just keep blowing up no matter what you do with them.
What car brand would you never own and why?
Easy. That one's gonna be Hyundai. Not good cars at all. Nothing about Hyundai is good. Kia's another one.
What car brand would you never own and why?
Probably wouldn't ever want to own a Hyundai or Kia product because after 100,000 miles, they just start falling apart into pieces.
To be fair, not every car is a lemon. But in reality, buyers don't do their homework, or they just want whatever fits their budget without caring how much quality was cut under the hood. Hit like and share right now to wake up your friends before they burn money on cheap cars.
Because you're not going to tell them that you have a trade-in vehicle, even though you do. Do not tell them that.
Someone needs to explain to me why we need to play chess with every single time we go into a dealership. Like, it is the most stressful thing ever, and I don't know why it's allowed. Like, why do I have to go into a dealership knowing I'm gonna lie and the person is gonna lie right back to me and we're gonna do this dance until one of us breaks? It really should just be like, hey, motherfucker, I'm here to buy a car. Hey, motherfucker, great, here's the price. Oh, that's reasonable. Thank you. Not a 10,000 year dance of, well, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna leave. Oh, well, actually, just...
Have you ever wondered why a brand new Mercedes interior creaks like a 35-year-old wooden boat? I'll tell you why. Yep, that's right. Lexus is to blame for that. You see, back in the 1990s, Lexus burst onto the US market with the LS400, a cut-price but very capable luxury sedan, aimed at dethroning the W124 Mercedes as the ultimate luxury executive segment car. And it worked. People flocked to it instantly, which gave Mercedes a bit of a panic. This made Mercedes switch up their model from building ruggedly dependable, engineered cars to cars built to a price. And it showed with cars like the infamously rusty W210, the absurd W220 S-Class with all of its electrical faults, and the horrific Mercedes ML. I mean, what is that? Why? Just why? The sad fact is that competition from Lexus forced them to move their entire product range downwards. A 1980s E-Class costs about $120,000 in today's money, whereas today's E-Class is still only $65,000. No wonder the interiors creak and feel very cheap. So, the next time you're sitting in your fancy S-Class and you go and press a button and it goes, you know who to blame. Yep.
The 1989 Lexus LS 400 forced Mercedes to adapt or die. Pivoting from over-engineering to cost-cutting was purely about survival. Squeaky plastic interiors today are simply the trade-off for making modern Benz models far more affordable to the masses.
Right. Anybody that has a GMC Yukon Denali, a Tahoe, an Escalade that has a 6.2-liter motor in it, or a Silverado, you know the issues that are affected. Every truck from 2021 to 2024, and now to 2026s, have a problem. So what happened was GM produced this engine, and these engines, what's happening now is they're losing power. So I don't know if you've been following my page for a while. A couple months ago, I was on the road. I get off on an off-ramp, and all of a sudden, I just lose power. The truck just dies on me, right? There's no engine power, nothing, whatever, no. So the truck obviously got towed to the dealer, ended up getting another truck. Next thing you know, guess what's happening? They're losing power. Like you feel a flutter. You feel like the trucks are losing. So GM actually had a fix, right? What they said was, okay, some trucks, they could change the oil and put thicker oil in it. And that should be the fix. And then some trucks came in, they did a test to them, and they replaced the engines in them. And they gave them a warranty. They backdated the warranty from the beginning of, like, first in-service date to 150,000 miles. Now, plus they got the engine. So we thought that's the fix, right? We figured, okay, you're going to get a new engine. It's all done. Well, guess what's happening? The new engines are acting up too. The one that General Motors are putting in, they are now being faulty. And on top of that, now what happened is this thing is starting to go. Let me show you right here. Hold on 1 second. So now in these newer trucks, they got rid of the old transmission that used to be here. The gear shift is gone, okay? Now they put a push-button transmission in it. And the push-button transmissions are locking up. So what's happening is you can be driving and your rear wheels are going to lock up on the car, and that's it. So what they did was they came out with a new recall where they're recalling the transmission, but instead of fixing it, they're putting a monitoring system in it, and what the monitor does is it tells you that in 5,000 miles, your transmission is going to go and your wheels are going to lock up, so go see a dealer. There's no fix to it, okay? Even though General Motors says there's a fix, there's no fix. So what do all these people do? At this point, there are almost 1 million trucks on the road that have this issue. And it's getting worse by the day because there's more cars on the road that are having this issue. And just when you think they fixed it, they didn't fix it. GM has a major problem. They're being investigated now, and there's class action lawsuits. This only affects the 6.2 LAV7 motor. So if you got the other 5.7 motor, you're okay. So if you got the Suburban or Tahoe with the smaller motor, you're okay. But if you got a Denali, you got an Escalade, or you got a Suburban like High Country with the thing, you got a problem. I want to hear, did you have any issues with this? Because I want to hear your horror stories. Because I know what I was on an off-ramp, and it just died on an off-ramp.
The issue traces back to early mechanical inconsistencies. Navigating owner forums confirms this is a widespread pattern rather than an isolated incident. Experiencing core failures on a newly delivered vehicle creates significant operational headaches for users.
My daughter bought a car 2 weeks ago. It's been in the shop for the last 9 days. I'm here to make sure that my daughter gets into a brand new car or a car similar to this one without any extra money down or anything of that sort. They are telling me that they're going to look at her car and they're going to give me a trade-in value on the car. And I expect to get every single penny that she just bought this car for. This car barely has 6,000 miles on it, and it should be manufacturer warranty for the issues we're having. I'm at Group 1 Chevy in Spring. My daughter bought her car here less than 2 weeks ago. Her car's been in the shop for exactly 9 days as of today. There was a bunch of issues with the car the day that we bought it. The manufacturer will not cover the issues that we're having with the car because the car was previously in an accident. So now Group 1 Chevy is telling me that they're going to take the car and they're going to let me know how much money they're going to give me for the car instead of doing a trade for exactly what my daughter paid for it less than 2 weeks ago. So this is Group 1 Chevy here in Spring. We'll see what happens. I'll keep y'all posted.
Just 6,000 miles in, and her Chevy spent 9 out of its first 14 days sitting in the shop. It's so unreliable that even the dealership threw in the towel. They didn't even bother fixing it. They just offered to swap it out for a new one. A dream car isn't worth it if you can't afford to keep it. Don't wait until you're forced to drive it back to the dealership. Think twice before it's too late. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.